I also found that tweets with images generally do more well.
Yeah.
So I skipped one frame ahead to look at, to just get a shot of Van Zeek's. Oh, come on. Bit rate. Fucking... I don't know.
Right now it's just a woman shaking a fist.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for, like, my stream bitrate to stabilize here. I was doing like an off-site backup thing, and I stopped it, so it should be good now, but why is it doing that? Do I need to move the Wi-Fi adapter? I don't want to go. I don't want to switch back to power line adapters. Those things were awful. I mean, they were good for what they are. Okay, I nudged it, and that's good. That's good. It's good now. I want to run a wire in my attic, but my attic is nonsense. Half of it is walled off.
God, why is it all walled off?
Because half of the house has like a ceiling that goes all the way up to the roof. Like it's like parallel with the roof. In like the open areas, like the living room and the kitchen, which are on one side of the house, and the side of the house with like the bedrooms and stuff that has like a flat ceiling. Yeah. So the side of the house I'm on, despite it having a flat ceiling, is the side with the open stuff. So my thing is just like an island of flat ceiling that you can't really get to. But what I need to do is, so there's like a copper phone line that runs here, right? I'm thinking that I can maybe use that to fish like a Ethernet or fiber line. I just want it to be fiber because Florida. I don't want to deal with any surges coming that way.
I got an Ethernet plugged in my PC today. I've gone up from like 20 megabytes download a second to a solid 507.
Nice. Yeah. I'm fine with my download. I just wish I had more upload.
What is your upload at?
Like 10 megabits a second ish, yeah.
I'm like 30.
But the download is like 200, so it's like, you fucking cheapskates! Hello, bread. Oh my god, Eden has some emotes, alright.
I was gonna say, what are these emotes?
How it go? Just waiting a bit for people to come in. Yeah. I wasn't sure which game to play, but I figured jump back to this one, because it's been a little bit...
Finish it, yeah.
Yeah. Because I stopped streaming for like a solid 2 weeks because of various reasons. Mostly just the weekends getting stuck doing other things. Okay, I get back home in time today.
Yeah, I'd been planning to try and start picking it back up myself, but every time I got to the weekend, I was so completely swamped with work, and I just had to sit there writing out big mess of like 1,000 plus words documents. Now that obviously doesn't sound like a lot, because it isn't, but I'm an idiot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. 3,000 word when I did last year, I wanted to beat myself. Should make me feel something again.
Amazing. So what's all this talk in Nick's chat about maidens? I think there was just some line in the game.
He was talking to someone, and I think they said that she is a maiden.
I have no idea. I don't even know what to make of that game. I mean, how different is it from Dark Souls?
Don't know. I think... Well, they look like they one-shot you, so that doesn't seem too different from Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just looked at the thing on screen share when he was showing it the other day, and I'm like, it's definitely a Souls game.
The UI is all identical, and I think combat is pretty much the same.
Amazing.
Now, I dare say he can double jump with a horse. That, I think's new. That's not even a horse.
Not even a horse.
But he can double jump with it. That seems new.
So I was browsing through the dialogue history here. Oh, let me call on Discord. So yeah, totally prepared. I'll just call you directly for now. Ooh.
I'm gonna disable my keybind because the odds that I'm gonna need a cough at some point are very true. And remove toggle mute, remove toggle deafen.
Yeah.
Right,
so it looks like I think Van Zeeks was like, oh, they could have easily jumped over the construction gap.
Yeah, that seemed to be all he was trying. In the moment, it felt like that was such a stupid attempt.
Yeah, just... Yeah, right here, do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Moderate vigor. Look at him. He's got moderate vigor.
Man, it really feels like he's just... Does this look like the kind of dude that would go into a construction site?
And just flat out, no one, in a full suit, is gonna try and jump 2 meters. Those are not trousers that will allow for that. Now, obviously, he can turn into a fucking bat because he's a vampire, but...
What case this is? It's the... fourth case, I want to say? Yeah. Second case actually in London where it's called the Clouded Kokoro because they couldn't say heart. But it's just defending this other Japanese exchange student that just is an English major. More English literature major, I guess. And he's just kind of zany, but it just feels like very circumstantial evidence that just pinning him to the not murder because the victim just got stabbed but they lived. But yeah, the poet guy. Saseki Natsume, I think. Yeah. I think we more or less got the jurors on our side, but Van Zeeks is like, oh, he could have just jumped over the construction site. It's weren't people there?
And they're all, because it's, physical work. The people are all like actually strong, and they'd be able to keep him out easily.
Right.
And it's Main Street as well. Literally, carriages up and down. What's he gonna do? Stab someone there to jump over? I don't remember who I voiced.
Hey, Cal. Don't worry, I don't remember either.
I know I voiced him, the guy with the brown suit. Yeah, him.
Yeah, him. I think I voiced him.
Yeah. And I took the woman sat next to him, not the woman on screen, the woman on his other side.
Yeah.
Because.
Did
Gun
Bun do her? I think.
No.
No.
You did her.
Oh.
You did the guy. No, wait. Gun Bun did do her, but you took over when he left.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't show the jurors. Technically.
Oh.
Except, we have people involved in the case on this jury, or just witnesses at worst.
We've got, witnesses, someone who cannot be impartial, given you accused him.
Yeah.
And a blatantly racist woman.
Which one was that?
The woman on the other side.
This side or this side?
Yeah, that side. Like, there's a woman sat next to him,
yeah.
She's blatantly racist.
Yeah, yeah.
The old guy, who can barely fucking listen to a word being said.
Oh my god.
Who is the guy who actually fell over in front of the defendant.
Cal, are you ready for this nonsense? Title, very apt title. That's all I gotta say. I'm just expecting dumb vampire man to do. Yeah. They probably. Yes. I guess I'll voice her.
Is that true, is it?
Which one of us took over for the seat?
I want to say it was probably you.
I think it might have been. Let's give it a go. The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. Oh shit, that's a good point. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Yeah.
That is a valid fucking point.
Damn.
Like, I completely slipped my mind.
Mine too. Like, everything lined up. Except for these books being found here.
Which do validate his point about everything else being coincidental. This is actual evidence.
Yeah. Crushed in a single sentence.
And old man. Definitely you.
Me?
Yeah, yeah.
Cold man, you can talk.
You say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Bad Zeeks really goes in and out of, like, being racist.
I know.
He's like, he's not quite as bad as juror number 2.
Yeah.
But
he's got like 1.5 feet in the door.
Yeah.
He's booted the door open, walked straight through, flailing that white privilege everywhere.
Oh, I can't say as I remember. You don't remember?
Of course he's not gonna remember. He fell over. How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw? But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Oh no! I got smacked in the face!
The finger of death! Oh, I had the judges. Order! Lord Van Zeeks, explained yourself. It was not as posh as I did it last time.
You'll figure it out as you go.
Yeah. If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so rarely swayed. Got a point. In like 1 second, he convinced everyone we convinced against us. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
Just on his face? No. Oh, they should have done that. What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand.
I swear if it's somebody from the jury, like if it's Mrs. Garridell, I'm just gonna... That would just be nonsense. She shouldn't be in the fucking jury.
Right? Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
It's... next witnesses? Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? Been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright. No matter who Van Zeeks brings to the stand as his witnesses, no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. Who?
Oh, sorry, I was just completely caught off guard by the shit.
No.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court.
This dude looks like he's 12. Don't tell me he was the police officer.
And she looks literally plucked out of anime.
This whole thing is anime.
Well, yeah, but she looks more anime than...
True. Should I? I don't know.
Nah, you can have the girl. I'll take her. I'll take him.
This always happens. Fine.
Got me by a female if you want the female role set by someone else. Okay, good to go.
You...
Constable Roy Beatty.
Don't spoil it, Brett.
I'm resisting the urge to alt tab.
Brett,
Constable Roy Beatty, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
and he's gone. He's just chewing on his cap.
Yeah.
They don't look like adults.
Okay, he could possibly pull off the 1718, which at this point in time was like midlife. She looks like she should still be in school.
How would you say this last name? I've heard it said before as like Biate, but I don't know. What did you say?
I pronounced it Beatty.
I'll go with that.
And I'm Mrs. Beatty. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
So I made the right choice.
Yeah, the right choice. Your dude's half asleep.
I got like two of the jury. I've got the prosecutor, the cop, the judge, and then this guy. I am easily winning this.
Oh no, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honourable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world. I thought it was leading to a sediac.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed, apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check the meters are reading true.
What meters?
Yeah, I have no idea either. And they're responsible for keeping the street clean and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights. Those poor cops, that's like 5 nowadays jobs all meshed into one underfunded group. Not just 5 underfunded groups, which gets most of the work done.
Fucking amazing.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago.
Inosuke, that's like 5 hours a day, tops.
I know, but... Yeah.
Wait, what do you... Wait, I think I may have missed a joke here.
Yeah, I was just playing as like Sasato being like,
Inosuke, that's like 5 hours a day. What do you mean you'd be tired?
Yeah, actually. But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. He's gonna say Japanese. Okay, he didn't. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. But he's not giving me a chance to clear my throat.
okay.
But the London Bobby is a man of honor.
And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction. And they witnessed the instant as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beatty?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rowley?
Wait, what's her name? If he's Rolly.
Oh, Patricia. She
Patricia,
said it
oh.
at the beginning.
I got you. Right, okay.
Were you helping for Parlay?
No, it would just be in line with this fucking game.
Roly poly Beatty.
Okay, so I need to know. How old are these fucking kids? No.
Really?
No, don't believe it.
Oh shit. Constable Roy BT, sir. Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
You just said that.
What a great witness he's gonna be.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident. Yes, sir! She is so fucking doping this guy.
They couldn't have made the timing just any more fucking.
Oh god.
Oh man, I don't even know. I don't fucking know anymore.
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rowley was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us.
Nappy, can you believe these two are adults and married? Because I fucking can't.
It's like no matter what country and what age, think, she is 21, he's 23. They do not barely look old enough to get out of school yet. They're married. They've been married for a year.
Right?
Well, you know, it's that classic thing where you've got to make the married people look like their siblings. Like with Simpsons. Millhouse's parents.
Well, they got a sun and moon thing going on, so never mind. Anyway,
All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off. He ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box.
but
It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rowley and I both saw him clear as day.
And she just said it was fog.
yeah, you know, so much eyewitness testimony in fucking nighttime fog.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
Mm-hmm. What?
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. Their testimony's true. The alternative course of events that you established in a summation examination be quashed.
What the fuck is that word? It's deaf kneel.
No.
Fact. No? Okay.
Death knell.
Deaf knell.
Yeah, it'll be like he's like overhearing Sasato basically being like, yeah, if this is true, we're fucked.
Yeah. He's being honest. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place. What an unfortunate bechancing. And on your wedding anniversary too.
Oh, I know! But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witness saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without a doubt the accused, Mr. Sasaki Natsume. That's alright. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Except that man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense. Commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Like flat out, he hasn't admitted anything.
Yeah.
Like his testimony, I mean.
Yep. Just been talking for him. It's not really been the word of a police officer yet.
It definitely has to be the part where she says for certain it was him.
Yeah. Two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. And it's just got it something before. Why would they?
Oh, the bugs.
Yeah, I know, but like, why? She almost makes it out to be intentional. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much.
No. I think that the attempted murderer has thrown the box in front of her to frame him, knowing he'll be going around the other way.
Oh yeah.
With the same box.
I think that's what really happened for sure, but I don't want to jump 5 steps ahead because this game isn't gonna like it. But that is a very valid, plausible explanation.
It has to be either this one or the one just before.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's no way she should be able to see his face, and then why would they need a police box when he's a police?
Yeah. But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Oh. They get the little slider.
What's the slider used for?
To see if another witness has a reaction to something another witness says, but this is more like, I don't know if that counts as a reaction.
No, when you're being choked to death, it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah, ma'am, what are you...
You've got me angry, I'm committing murder.
Yeah. Right, you know, you totally just have some naturally better eyesight being a Londoner.
Mate, the only thing Londoners have that's different to the rest of the world, it's a gap between their front teeth. It's called the London lock. Or anyone tries to cancel me, I'm English. And an Northerner, I'm allowed to bully him. Queen gets him right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Did he?
No, he didn't.
Yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. Yeah. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live here with it, of course.
Oh, it is. But it's thick you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Right, actually, I almost got run over once when it was too foggy.
Yes. All right. I take your point.
Now, could you stop shaking your husband about? The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp.
Yes, that's how that works.
Bruh. I can hardly see the energy drink in front of me half the time.
That's why we could tell you for sure and for certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
That wasn't a good sound.
Huh? What? Ah, yes. It was the accused, and no mistake. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, that taut mouth, the snub nose. Unmistakable, sir!
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. Was the Seki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime?
Wait, have they actually admitted to walking up Briar Road?
That I'm not sure.
Because what if they were walking up the other road?
Yeah, so let's loop around. Or I'll give this loop voice, but if we loop around again, I won't.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to admit it, but hearing the testimony, really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Vite saw what they saw. Saw what they say they saw. Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road.
Yes, I feel the same.
So if that's true, where does it leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no. And what do we do?
If Kazuma-sama were here.
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Right.
Put simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere else. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it? Okay, so we're not meant to point out the fog?
I guess no, the fog, I guess it was just light enough for them to see.
Yeah.
That's definitely undeniable.
Yeah. Yeah, let's press this one. Maybe we were on the right maybe you were on the right track,
No,
honestly.
no, it's the one after. It's the one after.
One after?
'Cause this one, yeah, this one is right. Ran straight over.
And where is this police box?
Why would a policeman need a police box?
But was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I'm the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Oh, Frank's fucking spine. What? Yes, that's right. I asked Mrs. Beatty to go.
Microphone activated.
Who calls their own wife Mrs. Beatty?
Right.
I was off duty at that point. But Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene. Very laudable, Mr. Beatty. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance. That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police box.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Depends on the crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the way to the police box for the beat For the beat, the instant fell under, so she could go and report it. And report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The action...
Shit.
These
Sorry.
two model citizens.
I
got it, don't worry.
Okay, when I click away to a different window,
It
just
still does
advances, yeah.
Nah, don't worry.
What if I alt-tab first?
Oh god.
Okay, that worked. Are you able to see that?
When you alt-tab, I saw your tabs, yeah?
Oh, okay. I don't see it on OBS, at least.
Yeah, that's very good.
That's good. It's just all the windows, like Discord, and 7 million windows.
Oh, please, you're making us blush. Isn't he, darling? Isn't he?
Yes, sir. Well, Patricia said, sir.
You didn't hear shit.
No, of course he didn't. But you know that scarf was a wedding present by her
Yeah.
just to do this.
It's not a scarf, it's a fucking leash. Let's move on, shall we? We have a map, right?
We should do, yeah.
Does that contain any police box locations? Your books, it's still good. It's magnifying glass is pointless. Okay. Okay, is there anything in here about where it was reported? Reporting officer. Oh? Does...
Yeah, that's a contradiction. Wait, no.
I mean, it depends, like, how specific are they getting? Because she... I mean, he is the officer, but she did the reporting, but it was at a different police box, so she had to notify another officer. I don't know.
Unless... I guess he was the first officer on scene.
Yeah. Probably not gonna get that technical. I don't think.
We hope.
I mean, with this game, who knows, but yeah. Let's press this one, if we didn't already. Scattered something? What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then when we got closer, I realized what it was. Didn't we, darling?
What? Ah, yes, that's right. It was some old books. I see. Older books. Yes, sir! The culprit has dropped a number of them, all around where the victim was laying on the pavement. Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him. It was the man in the dock, without question, sir. The mustache, the hunched, the cat-like eyes, the taunt mouth, the sub-nose, everything.
Any more insults you want to throw in? That's right. He looked out at that poor, defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes. And then he suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
Yeah, that... sus? I see. This is tough. Seems as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please, continue. Yes!
I thought you were about to say yee.
Yes! Oh, God.
Amazing. Lady just wanted to read something before she died, so he threw books at her. Yes, Brad.
That's totally it.
I like they just flail back. Oh my god. Did we add any new lines? I don't think we did.
Wait, what do you mean?
Any new lines of testimony to present, like...
No.
I
Wait,
guess...
what time was it?
Hold it!
No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beate? I don't even know. I don't fucking know.
Oh, don't know. Sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rowley looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What? I just finished my beat.
I wonder, I wonder if this couple's dynamic is if, like, she has the real cop material. You know?
She's got, every time she yanks it, she's got that look in her eye of just, I'm gonna kick your fucking teeth in when we get her. This is either a very loving relationship and he's just a complete dipshit, or it's a very toxic relationship and he gets beat at home. There's no in between.
Like, is she policing by proxy, just by being next to him?
Taking advantage of his job.
These are the questions.
Oh, is she a Karen? Does she expect to be saluted?
That has yet to be seen. We'll see.
Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy. Oh no, Rowley. I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes, I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh dear. That doesn't... That's
exactly what we're fucking saying.
Taking complete advantage of his job so she gets to do what she wants.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Fuck. No, that's...
Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you finished your beat for the day, correct? That's right, sir, yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end.
What's that now?
My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it as a reminder to us, or to all us policemen, of our sworn duty. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir! And for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. I don't believe this man can walk without passing out.
This is the longest he's went.
Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure.
So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary.
This is seriously the most he's been talking. I'm fucking surprised. We're getting real testimony.
He's gonna just flat out keel over after this. He's used all energy for the rest of the year.
At least he can sleepwalk, seemingly.
Mrs. Beatty puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care.
I'm not even sure this is the same guy anymore.
No, it's like he's possessed. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly. Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is just such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps.
And then, kindly describe what happened next.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so...
Were we just meant to press everything? Is that it? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you just have to press everything.
And like there's no actual flaw in what's being said.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
She's just literally puppeting him now. What? Oh no, it's really not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything. But like... Oh, I know, but what about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one I could. Every single one. And don't you dare to quit. You dare to question how reliable my testimony is.
That will do, Mrs. Beatty.
No, it won't do at all. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please, put your husband's fists down.
Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beatty. Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely.
Jesus.
Wouldn't it, darling?
Truer words were never spoken. Oh, this is it. We got him.
Hold it!
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, well, he was lying face down.
Of course he was.
I'm having too much fun with them. Their dynamic is so toxic, it's just entertaining. It just wraps around to being entertaining. Oh my god.
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. I thought he was looking over the scene.
At least they're fun, yeah. But awful. Exactly, Nappy.
He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime. Yep. Fucking called it.
Well, Mrs. Beatty, seeing as you've regaled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now, are you all listening? There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and what's it, yearnings? There was the, a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the Thingummy's something. You see?
Paw.
Yes. I see there are one or two holes in your memory.
Oh, well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very weird the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Oh shit! Monk gun!
Anyone who upsets my Patricia will have to answer to me. Will have me to answer to.
Oh, is that who I think it is? Is Nick waiting? Hello, Nick. Hello, peoples. I hope the stream was well.
What's up,
with...
Dawn? I'm here.
Hello, Simple. And hello, everybody. Welcome. Yes, how was Elden Ring?
Go on, Nick, how many times did you die?
Yeah, give it to us straight, dude. We're over here just, cross-examining these witnesses. Way too young couple.
3 times, that's impressive.
3 times. Not bad. Very nice. All the maidens. So what was that about? I kinda caught that.
That was like the point where we pulled out to start the stream. So we got like no real clue as to what was happening.
Oh yeah, they're the supposedly cute married couple, but their dynamic is toxic as fuck. He's half asleep, and she basically sometimes literally puppets him. Yeah. But yeah, now he's pulling out a gun. I don't know, man. Tarnished L ratio, maidenless touch grip. I'll take your word for it. I hope you found all the maidens. Also, we're on TeamSpeak if you want to slide, hop on with you. Anyway, and killed my pets, rate him home. Amazing. Every fucking time with this gun.
Bro, how has he not dropped that gun?
I don't fucking get it.
That's impressive.
Okay, no worries, dude. Hope you have a good rest. Hope it was a good stream.
Rest up.
Oh, hold on. I need to no.
Oh.
I'm trying to scroll in the chat, but the game is like, oh, are those inputs I see? Thank you for the follow. That's what I was trying. Yes, welcome. So anyway, history. So what's happening? So Van Zeeks was basically saying, well, Saseki could have just jumped over the construction site. It was like, what, 2 yards? And apparently, like, put our entire theory, into pieces. And now we're interviewing the actual witnesses. Actual witnesses. This, toxic young couple here that looks way younger than they actually are. 2 yards, 2 meters.
Yeah.
There's something.
2 meters is still 2 and a bit yards anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But point is, like, he was saying how Natsume could jump it, and I mean, he probably could have, but he's wearing a full suit, and there are people actively in there, like, digging up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said 2 yards, and then Ryunosuke's like, that's slightly less than 2 meters. Something. But
yes.
Yeah. Anyway, where are we? Fucking there holds it. Oh well. Along the lines. What is this? Yeah, don't you agree anyway? Terrifying. That's all we missed?
That's all we missed, yeah.
What the fuck? Yes. She really is. Pretty much, Brad. So that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony? Oh, she's looping around. Okay, we know what we gotta do. She mentioned 4 books. Pretty sure there's 3.
That's right.
So we finally unlocked that extra line. All right, let's do this shit.
We only had to dig through everything they said first.
Oh, no worries, Bitter Teeth. Appreciate you stopping in though. The hydrate.
It wasn't even simple.
It wasn't even you, Simp. Happening here. Hold on. Let me do that again. I was.
No, you know what?
I was requested last time to have not drinking ASMR, but bottle ASMR. You happy?
Looks to me like only one of them is there, so I guess it's only right.
Dude, why? You're fucking kidding me. Kidding me? I know it didn't have the vacuum thing to like make the pop noise, but I hope that was good enough. Yeah. I'm not even sure how to make the like seal pop happen consistently. I think it's like a temperature thing. Like the first time I open it after filling it from the fridge. Something like that. Okay. My elbow kind of popped. I hope that you probably didn't hear that because it was like perpendicular to the mic, but yeah. Alright, so yeah, we know what we gotta do. We more or less pressed everything, and that unlocked extra dialogue.
Mm-hmm. I think like only one bit of that testimony got left on.
Yeah. What's that, Simp? But okay, let's loop around though. So there were 5 lines before, now there's 6. So yeah, clearly she says 4 books. There pretty much was 3.
Yeah. We might want the picture.
Cat Salem's getting over trauma and is now wearing collar. Another week now and doing good. Well, sorry to hear that. I mean, hope. About to hear your cat's doing good though. The receipt! We got the receipts! Yeah. Alright, so. Yep, we got them.
Right, the names are right, yeah. She got like the majority of each book name right.
So that makes me wonder, like, what happened? It still doesn't quite explain it. There's a couple options. But anyway, there's no way he had 4 books. Fucking objection. So, you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur Somebody, What's It Yearnings, A Meal for Someone, and Thingummy's something.
Cranberry earring. I'm sorry, Mrs. Butte, but there's a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
This is the receipt from the bookshop where the defendant bought his books.
Your books?
Yes, and it details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
Only 3? No, that can't be! I remember seeing them! They were 4 books, I tell you! 4 dirty old books!
Why does the couple look 12? We said the same fucking thing! They look 12, but apparently she's supposedly 21 and he's supposedly 23. But even outside of that, they basically look like siblings. That old trope. Anyway. Now really, have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see from this evidence as well, there are only 3 books.
But I just don't believe it.
Oh yeah, and she's gonna break his neck or spine or something.
I saw them there! I swear it! I saw them!
No, madam. I'm afraid your powers of observation cannot be relied upon. So it cannot be denied. Now, don't you say it was the defendant you saw. You could very well have been mistaken. Yeah, it could have been witness number 6 over there.
No!
Objection!
It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving.
Oh, gasp! What? What? Well, I mean, the only other explanation, right, is that they saw the old man. It wasn't on Briar Road. That's the most likely fucking explanation at this point. You know? Yeah, so it all comes back around, we were right, is what it seems like. Anyway, okay, so there's another piece of their dynamic. It kind of seems like Patricia might be, like, vicariously living as a cop through Rolly. That's what it kind of seems like.
Did all the police work investigating the area while he was out cold.
Yeah. He was out cold in the snow, basically.
So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair?
He sees right through me.
But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
Is he drinking blood? I'm pretty sure it's wine. General Dragon Games, thanks for the follow. Hello. She's where police brutality comes. Hey, Starzy, what's going on? What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain with a toast. To the policeman's wife and her entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Yeah, he has that serious vampire energy. He's like Vampire Edgeworth. Sorry, cleared my throat.
Oh,
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen in that print.
That print? You mean to say? Again?
Allow me to present another, one that shows the victim's hand.
But could that be old me?
Well, no, because it was taken. Yeah, that's definitely the victim.
Yeah. But that's her book.
Yeah. The Lion's Pride.
So this isn't actually a murder case, believe it
Yet.
or not. Yeah, unless the victim died in the hospital. But yeah, currently in a coma, I believe. It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No!
At that point, why was there even the existence of a picture that does not catch all of the evidence?
Holy shit, it's the same scarf. Did you see that? The couple
did
they're
not.
wearing the same scarf.
I
It's
had
just
a feeling they would be as well. Order!
like it's the same scarf, but just like there's a join in the middle.
And it's just tied around them both.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is a leash.
I was expecting it.
Dad, did you see? Did you see? Look at that. Look.
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir. Let us study the receipt for the book purchased by the accused on the day in question.
Wait, was there an actual bite in the book?
It did seem like it was missing a bit of it.
Hmm.
Mrs. Beatty, The titles once again, if you please.
Sorry, I just saw like his animation. Sometimes it's like he's like ready to fall over half the time. It's like
Just barely manages to keep
the
himself
like
steady.
flail back after he says things is amazing.
Oh yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq. He said cock.
I fucking saw it too. Goddamn.
What's in earrings?
Canterbury earnings.
A meal for someone?
A meal for Gabio, in fact. Mispronounced that one now.
No idea.
As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details. I don't think he knows what flawlessly means. Mrs. BT's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
I mean, they're not bad. I'll give her that, but not flawless.
The clear flaws.
Did you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
You don't want a compliment from that guy, trust me.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless.
They both have anime eyes.
Yeah. I haven't noticed this till right now.
But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. Beate mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the 4th book is that which is shown in this photographic print. I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt?
Because whose book is it?
It's hers, obviously. It's not odd at all, my lord.
Oh, I see it now. I see,
You see it, yeah,
It's a fucking bite
out
mark.
of a book. As the photograph clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book?
I wonder, what became of that 4th book?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here.
That
There's
preview. Oh, wait, the
evidence.
bite was on the underside. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll submit that and the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, counsel. My pleasure, my lord.
No, not again. I have to stretch. Yes, simp word. You happy?
Yo, what is the timer you've put on hydrate? Or is there like a timer between stuff?
Yeah. A lot of elbow popping, that's for sure. It's not that loud.
What's the timer you've put on the hydrate?
I don't know. I thought it was long enough. I thought
but
so.
It's still got another 13 minutes on it. I saw the stretch and I was gonna back some blood again.
Let's take a look while we're here.
That's something used in a now.
Yeah. Rewards. Hydrate.
Yeah, it's like Hydra just got double the time.
Hydra has a 30-minute cooldown, which is reasonable.
Yeah,
But
I guess.
Stretch
Need to pee.
has a 15-minute cooldown.
Yeah, that's fair. That seems fair, mate. They should be left alone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll stretch and piss yourself. I'll be right back, guys.
I missed it. Sorry, Sidward. Said anything? Anyway. How to enter it into the... Yeah, okay. And the book.
The prosecution rests. I have nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile.
He's just so sure of himself.
The superior's longer route to the accused lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we've said is true.
Fuck.
Felt that one in the fucking spine.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat.
But... but...
So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already? You have heard all the witnesses and seen all the evidence. This trial has run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we're in a terribly precarious position. I know, but if I fight back the wrong way now, I could very well just make matters worse. Think, Ryunosuke, think! What do you do now?
I'm not sure, but I'm not...
Pulls up dictionary, it saves me. Good choice.
Is it gonna be like the mainline games where it's almost certainly raised an objection, or is it trying to lull us into a false sense of security?
Mainline games almost always want you to raise an objection. Then I say we wait and see.
Or is the point to be like, don't, like Simport saying, don't stop believing in your client? I think we have to raise an objection. Let's see.
The way Van Zeke moves his hand is like Lelouch from Lelouch of the Rebellion.
From what?
Lelouch of the Rebellion, I think it's called. Code Geass.
Okay. Because that name sounds familiar. I probably heard of that before.
Like, he pretty much does that exact same hand when he's pointing, except he's pointing up and he's covering part of his face with it.
So a JoJo pose.
Pretty much, yeah. Like 10 years before JoJo came out.
I mean, the manga came out in the 80s. came out right along with like Dragon Ball and stuff.
Jesus! Okay,
Yeah.
that took its damn time, didn't it? And Code Geass just flat out didn't get a manga, it was an anime just created as an anime.
I'm not done yet.
No, my learned friend. It's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There is no more room for debate.
But, well, it might be over as far as you're concerned. But... I can't think of what to say. If I may, Lord Van Zieks, it seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. Guys, I swear I don't believe this. I'm just voicing a character. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this.
Oh, you... I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you'll have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential, and her opinions invaluable. Mr. Naruhodo!
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. Fucking knob. Tell you that from first-hand experience. Just seeing how we've invaded everyone. But we don't tolerate shit. We don't even like British people. So the court will hear you, madam.
That could have been an emo right there. I swear, it's its expressions are just so emotional.
Go ahead, Mrs. Sato. Please.
Very well. Pray what insight you give us. What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we're waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand. And thank you, Mrs. Sato. This is it. Sato-san's managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
Oh.
They...
Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into the case, and has hitherto been overlooked. I will say, Simpwood, like the parts of Britain that talk down on other parts, that's like All of it. There is just there is just like very few things that all of England will agree on, and that's things I can't say on Twitch. I don't think. I'm not willing to risk it.
Yeah, might as well not. I don't know what they are. Is it the fact that this tip is missing? Is that, or is it the new evidence? I remember
it has to be the new evidence.
Yeah. So the new evidence, we got bite mark book. And photo of bite mark book, and let's look at the book. Let's examine the book.
Yeah.
The actual book. What happened?
Book.
Oh, those are burn marks.
Ooh.
They were trying to cook the book. Literally.
Tasty meal.
Oh, look at this. Book has been badly burnt.
You're right. You'd never be able to read it in this state. Especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste.
Moonman? Moonman? Oh yes! Something did burn in his book. That's right, that's right!
Moonman?
The apartment in which Soseki stays. The landlords, that couple that got the sun and moon dynamic going on. That old couple, and one of them's on the jury. The wife, right? And the whole thing about there was like a fire in that room because his wife threw a candle and various things were burned, like a bookshelf. So where did this come from? He liked lions. What's the name of the book? It's definitely lion related.
This fire seems very recent. This burn mark seems very recent.
A book.
Recently damaged by a fire.
Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me?
And she was walking away from the lodgings.
Book entitled The Lion's Pride, discovered in the victim's hand scene. The back cover is badly burned. Yep. Yeah, it's lion related. It's fucking lion related.
I'm missing something. Is the room that was set on fire like a lion decorated room?
I believe so.
Okay.
But also had like a fucking cannon in it too, and like retired military stuff.
A cannon seems like an easy way to beat a lion. What denied that?
That was his favorite book.
Oh my! What if it was him? What if it was the owner?
Yeah, what's going on here? There's a lion statue. Oh yeah. Okay. It's been a little bit. Details are fuzzy. I just remember the canon. Is the book. Take that! The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. Knife cannon. Knife cannon is still plausible.
Would explain why a bit of it's missing. Got chipped on the way down.
Right. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing this matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you all know.
Ugh.
Yes. I'm afraid, counsel, I must confer with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You'll identify this clue at once.
Night Karma, appreciate the hydrate. I will do the bottle thing. It did it! The fuck!
You should make another one which is hydrate and stretch at the same time for like 500.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay, I had to stop. I had to really try hard not to fucking choke when I saw this. That's what the silence was about. I'm like, okay, control yourself. Yeah. God damn it. The headphone cable is just long enough for me to stretch with it on. Oh, that was knees. That was knee pop. Okay. Yeah, I have to do that. I have to do something with that.
Bottle pop ASMR for 1,000 and hydrate and stretch combo for 500.
Yes, this is the pinnacle of my attempts at fitness. Totally.
Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Naruhodo, I believe the prosecution's trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence. Which means you may very well be on the right track.
Yes! I think you might be right.
So, counsel. Precisely where is the vital clue in this case, which this fourth book conceals?
Well, I wonder where the evidence is.
The only thing that's showing up.
It's been badly damaged by fire here. So much that he couldn't read it at all anymore.
That's right. Such a pity. Do you see the flaking edges on the burnt pages, Mr. Naruhodo? I think that's a sure sign that the damage occurred relatively recently.
I don't remember if you're modded, Immy.
I'm not modded, but I'm assuming it's the OnlyFans one, or was it something else?
No. Import.
What did he say?
I don't know. They said... I'm not sure whether I should allow this one or not.
Go on, put it in the
Eden, I'll leave that one up to you. Yeah, you can leave it if you want, yeah.
Well, put it in the Discord. I gotta see what this was.
Fucking fine, alright. There. No, it's fine. I screenshotted it. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, simp. Harder.
Precisely where is... Oh, I have to hit R to present. Here we go. Got it! I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you... Good gracious!
Thorough examination of evidence.
burnt to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It's undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection.
I guess
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Nipponese friend? I saw the scarf that time.
Oh!
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day, pray, do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book hide inside?
Charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry tome has suffered?
Bam! My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
I beg your pardon?
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand and she fell to the floor after all. It's obviously hers.
The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. Okay, to be fair, both the defense and the prosecution have swords.
It's just the thing. This is an English
They
court
just
of law.
do.
Make sure that we are fully armed in case the opposing counsel decides to challenge one to a duel. Because if Vampire Man whipped off his glove and threw it at Rinosuke, what's he gonna do other than be stabbed to death?
Yeah,
It's a very common occurrence. Happens to me like twice a week.
it's something. Yeah, both lawyers have a sword. The witness has a gun. One.
Which should not have been allowed in the courtroom. That's an unhonourable way to fight a court fight. Unsheaths blade, bang!
Oh. Question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand is yet to be answered. However, yes, he got the sword from his special roommate, Kazuma. As to questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Good gracious. How can you possibly... Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of this burnt book?
I wonder who.
Take that!
Silence. The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. So we could have theoretically presented Mrs. Garadeb as well.
Well, no, because I think it has to be him, given, like, he's the one, like,
Yeah.
a face while she's pretending to be a maid.
The dialogue seems geared toward us presenting either one, though.
That is fair. If only we saved Scott, would have been able to check.
A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb.
The landlords?
And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence, or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but... Of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty, in this courtroom today, he's none other than Mrs. Garrideb herself. Oh my god, fucking hell.
Oh my goodness me! I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garrideb's wife, I'm his maid. Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense.
Alright then, how about a simple question for you? See, I was fucking right. Like, the jury is rigged.
Honestly, yeah, the jury cannot. Because one's a witness. No, 2 of them are witnesses.
Yep.
One's racist. One's impartial.
3 of them are witnesses, kind of. You
I
got
wouldn't
the
count him as a
construction.
witness. Yeah, I was thinking Mrs. Garrideb,
Uh-huh.
the construction guy.
Yeah.
But then the old man, like, he wouldn't really count as a witness given
He didn't.
he collapsed.
Yeah, that's true.
But the point is, he's not mentally stable to be in a court. As a member of the jury, the guy can hardly hear anything, and literally passed out a couple of days ago. And then we've got the racist and the guy you accused.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garrideb's house?
I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
Honestly, the parrot in that case was a better fucking witness. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of the Mr. and Mrs. Garrideb's house.
Good lord. What sort of incident, counsel?
A fire, my lord. Come on, it's only fair.
Ah, fair enough, fair
Take
enough.
him, yeah.
Right to say, it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know? The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The bally furniture started going up as well.
You see the lion statue,
Yeah.
and then there's like a bookshelf somewhere over there. It's completely messed up, and there's some burn marks there on the floor.
Yeah, like all of like the stuff on that area completely lopsided, like they've just only just got things back in place.
Yeah, that's true.
The worst of it, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
Oh.
The Lion's Pride. By Jove, that's the very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Oh dear me!
Objection!
This is risible. All you have told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. in which case it would be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
I'm calling it canon.
Wait, what? Oh!
The canon. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garadeb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garadeb, even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful! I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rowley?
The reason that he can hardly sleep is because of the spinal pain he must deal with 24/7 over the past year.
And yes, the canon of Simpwood's theory. You get the credit.
Absolutely not, sir. Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir. Never raise a finger, but she raises the scarf.
Yeah, alright.
Had all my favourite novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. Then the wife started hurling things at me. There I was, backed up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen.
So one shot out the window.
The man had his back against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him? Goodness gracious! Are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Seems like a pretty fair trajectory.
Objection!
No. A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident. And there is no report of the Garadeb's window pane being broken.
What if it was open? That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garadeb household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and...
Not even remote. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. Bitch, my window's open right now. I got 3 electric fans in this room that were only turned off because we're streaming. Oh yeah, no Londoner. Pathetic Southerners. No Londoner would ever leave the window open in the middle of winter because Londoners are weak.
Ah!
So looking at their entire side of my mum's family don't see this. They all live in London. Maybe a little pissed. Does the defense postulate this scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garadeb's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord. Who? Mr. Garadeb, I'm assuming? No? Her?
Oh!
That's quite enough. Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little forward trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward. A mean coward.
Really?
Really? Claiming that our little tip set the whole neighborhood alight. Honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case. Not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
No, I assure you that was never my intention.
dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense.
Hey, what did I do?
I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's totally unforgivable.
That's a new one.
Yeah, I've never even heard that.
Too right. Here we go. Oh yeah, this dude's a fucking witness from a previous case. Sure,
you accused him. this fucking jury is just broad.
It's a witness from a previous case that we seem to find evidence of him, potentially being persuaded by the defense to lie. Because the defense was not good. The defense was clearly guilty.
How long have we sat here now, listening to this Nipponese spouting out his fancy foreign theories? But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with a mustache. And he ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right. It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Well, makes sense to me.
Oh, this one's yours.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Zeeks? Put the Holy Grail back!
His hollow chalice.
It's like he can just summon it back into, just the pieces reform very quickly. Either that, or right underneath his area was just a line of 50 of them.
Fucking hell.
In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessary, protracted proceedings. But then one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No, wait. The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been...
Oh! If the books are your prediction, my learned friend, study them on your own time. Man's fucking flexible.
We're doing the leg thing again. Oh, I think that's the first one for this case. Leg.
He's in a full suit, has a sword belt on, and managed to pull that off.
Insane. What? No, forgive the discourtesy this time? Fucking hell.
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
No, not again. Not that, I mean, oh no, not again. We have to hear these witnesses and their stupid guesses.
Guilty! 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 Guilty!
Thank you for the unambiguous response.
That's twice now. It's over.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up.
I like how they just put that with no name, like we wouldn't know who it is.
It's like with Mrs. Gedreb, there was nothing at all. With her, there was just the one clue of who says Mr. Naruhodo. It was
Right.
the one clue you had.
Right. Mr. Sato.
Have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet.
You're not suggesting.
Of course. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
My lord, the defense has to exercise its right to a summation examination.
Oh, Star of Sea, we actually do in every English court. And as such, we sent it to all of the other countries that didn't like break apart from us violently. So Canada does it, New Zealand does it, Australia beat each other up and then decide who's innocent and guilty. It's there, they just don't use it.
Interesting. Sure.
You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. Perfect. Fucking, I just expected it to go without break.
Honestly, yes.
I was gonna stop there anyway, but this is just even better. Oh, yeah, okay. Save current progress, yes. A billion times, yes. If there's anything I gotta say about this game, its trials are a marathon compared to the other games. And
the only game I've personally played like this is Danganronpa, and in these 2 hours, Simp got you again. In these 2 hours, I'd have finished the entire class trial.
Oh man. Maybe I'll play one of those eventually.
They're not bad games.
Yeah.
They're like
Interesting.
they are definitely easier than Ace Attorney.
3 minutes? Why 3 minutes? I just...
Oh, because he's about to hydrate you. 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
I've wanted Dawn to play Danganronpa for ages.
It is a good game, and the anime was pretty good as well.
It's something alright from what I've seen. So what? What is... No, I don't... 2 minutes. Oh, okay?
He wants that hydrate.
Oh my... Fucking hell.
After you've finished every Ace Attorney game you've got currently going, I think it's just this one, right?
Yeah. I might have someone in mind to host. They're not playing Ace Attorney. They're playing something called Astronaut the Best. I don't...
Who is it?
It is Michelle Knotts. That's what I think probably be a good person to host. Been a while since we hosted her. Yes. Yes, important. Fine, we'll wait for the flippin' Hydra.
Honestly, though, Danganronpa is a pretty good game. You should definitely give it a go.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just juggling them. At the speed I'm going, I still got games to go around to get through, rather. Yeah.
I'm so happy he gets this last hydrate in.
You have it. You were holding out just for the hydrate. Yeah. And I'm also waiting for her stream to load right now. I'm just waiting through the ads. Muted. Okay, perfect. Cool. How many are in the franchise?
How many Ace Attorney games are there?
So there's I mean, there's 6 mainline games, right? What we're playing is technically 2 games stitched together. Then there's 2 Ace Attorney Investigations games. Then there's like that crossover game with Professor Layton. For the last hydrate, give me a bottle swish. Fucking hell.
It got stalled from him.
Yeah, it's not your hydrates.
You gotta get the bottle swish.
I'll give you this. And that's it.
Oh, that's hilarious. You've been robbed.
Alright. It is time for the raid. Next time. But for now, we do the raid. Catch y'all later. Woo!
Bye.
And go unmute. I waited too long.